So in example 3, we need to work backwards. We're given the reciprocal graph, and we have to work backwards and find out what the original graph possibly could have been. Or can we draw the original graph? Well, first of all, where you have the vertical asymptote, that's a non-permissible value. That means on the original graph, that's where you're going to have an x-intercept. Now we just go and see if we can find some points on original graph. Can you see that it looks like your y-intercept is at a half? So on the red graph, it looks like I have the point 0, 1/2. When I do the reciprocal of that, so when you do the reciprocal, you do the reciprocal. When you undo the reciprocal, you do the reciprocal. Does that make sense? Okay. So if I have 0, 1/2, does it make sense that I would have 0, 2 on my original graph? If my original graph had 0, 2, and I did 1 over my y value, on my red graph, I would get 0, 1/2. You could also, if it was just a graphing question like this, you could also easily do this point right there. Why would I do that point? Do I need to give you a hint? Here, we'll rewind. If I rewound, what was that before? I could originally have also done this point. Ooh.
Because it's actually
On the red graph, and at what value? At 1. Because if your y value is 1, when you do 1 over 1, you get 1. Ooh. You could also do that when the y value is -1. So I could find that point there as well. Ooh. And we get our straight line. And you could use your skills in this straight line by noticing, oh, isn't it interesting that I would go, I have 0, 2, it looks like I have the point -1, -2. This line looks like it has a slope of 4 and a y-intercept of 2. So the blue line looks like y equals 4x plus 2. If I know that, then I would know that my red graph was the graph of 1 over 4x plus 2. Let's do some quick checks. Is the -0.5 the non-permissible value for this graph? It is. So if you have the reciprocal graph, you can undo what you did to get the original graph. All right, questions for practice on this one? Number 8.